welcome to the SweetPea Chickadee YouTube channel. I'm Kimberly. Today is November 27th. It's the Sunday after Thanksgiving here in the United States. I'm coming to you from Haymarket, Virginia in the United States, and this is episode 34. This is a crafty podcast where we mainly focus on knitting and crochet, but I throw in any other crafts that my daughter and I can get up to. Normally I host this with my 17-year-old daughter, Brooke. Once again, she's MIA. She's just, you're gonna see a lot more of just me this year, I think, this school year, because that poor thing is just like overbooked. You can find us on Instagram as SweetPea Chickadee. You can find me on Ravelry at Karmeni, just my first initial last name, and we have an email address as well. It's really long. I put it down in show notes, which I always have show notes. So if you have a question, if you're missing anything, most of it, I have everything linked down below. If I did miss something, go ahead and just leave a comment. I respond to all comments, and you can just email me as well. Thank you to all of our returning viewers. Wow, every time. That just really means a lot to us. And to all you new people, I hope you love it. I hope you like and subscribe. I hope you come back for more. Come back to the hot mess. And I can't believe it, you guys, but it has been 2 years. As of Friday, the 25th, 2 years of podcasting at SweetPea Chickadee. I cannot believe it. We started during 2020. I mean, wow. So thank you for those who have been through since the beginning. That's crazy. And all of you that have found us along the way, I'm really happy you guys have found us and you're here along for the ride in our crafty journey. So speaking of being 2-year anniversary, I have a giveaway this episode. I'm so excited. So I was already planning on doing a giveaway for our 2-year anniversary. And then I happened to get, over the last week or two, actually donation prizes from people. So I'm really excited. So I got donations from Amplifiber, which was amazing. And I also got donations from Two Sheep. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys all that during acquisitions. And then I'll let you guys know how you can enter later on. All right, so let's jump right into it. I like to get right into the nitty stuff, or the crafty stuff, as you will. I'll talk more life chat and like what we've been up to and our plans are later on, as well as I have a lot of acquisitions and a lot of whips. So let's go ahead and get right into it. My first finished object are my socks. So these are, you guys saw them a couple times, I think. This is yarn by Woolens and Nosh. These are the Pressed Flowers colorway. This mini came with it. This was a sock set. I love this, and I love the color. I love everything about it. And Woolens and Nosh, as you know, is like the targy base. So here's her tag, Michelle's tag. Oh, it's not really focusing. And I have 90% superwash targy and 10% nylon, so only 411 yards. So it is thicker. It's the Pressed Flowers colorway. So you know that it's thicker and also less yardage. So just know that when you're making socks. But I mean, I had plenty. I made Shortie, so it was no big deal. I love them. I'm so glad to have them. This was during like when I couldn't decide a couple months ago on what socks to cast on next, like self-striping. So I cast on like 4 or 5. I couldn't decide. So of course, when you do that, you finish them slower because I'm working on all of them at once. So these are the first ones I finished. So I'm really excited to have this off my needles. I'm trying to clear off my sock needles, or not all of them, but most of them, because I have Advent season coming up, and I have a couple Advent socks I've got, and I want to just keep those needles clear because I'll be doing like 2 at a time at least for the Advent season. Anyways, we'll get to that later. I think just a normal like a 12-row cuff, 2x2 rib, my same. I did like a fish lips kiss heel for that. Standard 64 stitches, and I did a rounded wedge toe, which I know I mentioned last time. My rounded wedge toe is, I keep knitting on my 9-inch circulars, how I knit most of my socks, until I get down to my DPN size, and then I have like Addy Flexi flips. But I decrease like the normal, like decrease a row, knit a row, decrease a row, till I get down to 20 stitches on each needle. So that's 40 stitches. And then I decrease every row until I get to 12 on each needle, which is 24 stitches. And I Kitchener at 24 stitches, 12 on each needle. So I don't go all the way down. And people go farther than that. So it makes a more rounded wedge toe, which I really like. So obviously it's a shorter toe. So just know that when you're like calculating your foot, I mean, so it's shorter, right? So anyways, I like it, so I do. Okay, so that's my only socks. I don't have any crinked socks, you guys, as a finished object. What? Crazy. It's been a crazy couple weeks since I last podcasted, so I haven't been able to get down to the yarn room enough to like crank, because I need at least a couple hours to crank a couple socks, like gauging and winding, you know, whatever. So I need at least a couple hours, and I don't like to like leave a sock or half a sock. I don't like to leave anything on there. So I like to like finish it up if I can, so then I can remember what I was doing with the first sock. I don't want to, because I always think, well, I'll remember, I'll write it down, and I still don't understand what I was doing. So I have a ton that I want to crank. I just haven't done it yet. So my only socks off the needles are hand knit. And then my next bow, which I don't even have with me because I've already gifted it, so I'm going to insert a picture, is the Perfect Pocket Shawl by Sonja Hood. I made this in the recommended yarn that was designed in. It was Lion Brand Heartland, and I made it in the Mount Rainier colorway. It's like a light gray. It was really nice. I made this as a request from a friend, and she loves it. I was able to gift it to her when we were down with my son's ring figure ceremony at school. It's really nice. It was really easy to knit or crochet. It's a crochet shawl. I had this thing pretty much done for months. I had the whole shawl crocheted. I had the fringe on, and I had the pockets crocheted. I just hadn't put the pockets on. Like I'd started to, and then I thought I'd mess up, and then I was intimidated, and I just never went back to it. But then I knew I wanted to gift it to my friend when I saw her next. So then I just did the pockets in like a matter of like, not very much time, like an hour. Like it was super fast. And I was like, oh, I don't know why I waited this long. So I should have had this on a long time ago. It was mostly done. It's just been sitting there, but now it's finished and out the door, and I don't have to like stress about making sure I have it done. But actually, if you remember what I talked about before, I really crocheted the shawl twice. I got all the way to the very end because it's knit like crocheted. It's crocheted, you know, lengthwise. You crochet the whole length and then you go the width. I'm making this really difficult. I don't know why I'm explaining this way. Anyways, I crocheted the whole thing, got all the way to the final border. And I realized, I'm like, this doesn't look right. Like, this doesn't look like the picture. And so I went back, I'm like, oh my gosh, I totally messed up like these beginner, like I didn't do enough repeats. And so I had to bring it back all the way to the beginning. I basically started over. So I've crocheted twice. So, you know, I'll do more. Actually, when I made the order for Lion Brand, like a year ago, I ordered a bunch of different colors because I didn't know what my friend would want. And I ordered colors that I knew that I would like too. So I might make one for me. I got like I think I got like a tan color and maybe like a dark gray color. And she chose a light gray too. So that worked out. So she's really happy. And I was keeping it in this bag by Scrappy Angel. This is a Lorelei bag. It's got the wireframe top. Squishy. I think I have like yarn tags in here still. Like I haven't even emptied this out. I do. So it was Lion Brand Heartland. And it was in the Mount Rainier colorway. And I ordered this directly from their website. I always order, like, Lion Brand always has sales. So whenever they have a sale, if I knew I wanted to order something, I just order during a sale time. And I always wait till they have like 30 or 35% off because it happens quite frequently. And that's when I make my order. And Knit Picks as well, which I have a Knit Picks acquisition because they had their huge sale while I was in Puerto Rico. I was like ordering it from Puerto Rico. So I have a huge order for that. So I'll get to that later. My next finished object is like fresh off the crochet hook. Like 2 nights ago, last night, 2 nights ago, I think. And it is my Memento Mori shawl. Which, let me see here. The Memento Mori shawl. Oh my goodness, you guys. Just in time for Christmas. Got the schools done. little after Halloween, that's okay. I love the yarn I chose for this. I love the skulls. I haven't even blocked it. Like I have woven in the ends, but I have not trimmed them because I haven't blocked it yet. Yeah. Oh my gosh, and that looks so cool. And this is yarn from Stash, so I was really proud of that. But it's a pretty good size. And this is where I was the last time I showed you. So I didn't really have that much to go. I just had to finish like the top of the skull and then like these repeat rows. Isn't this nice? I really like this. Okay, so this is kind of like how big it is when you like put it on. I mean, I haven't blocked it, so it'll be a little bit bigger. But like you can see this, oh, so cool. Well, also, the picture has it with like little mini tassels, and I definitely want to do the tassels. So it's not, I mean, it's a faux for now because really I want to do, in the picture it has tassels with these little like skull charms attached to the tassels. And I want the skull charms. Like I don't need those exact ones, but one is really similar. So I'm on a hunt for skull charms if anybody knows. Because I'm gonna wait to the tassels because you add it on with the tassel, and so I don't want to do it until I have the skull charm. Anyways. But I'm definitely gonna block it, but I don't want to show you guys what it's like. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so I was also holding this in another scrappy angel bag. Hocus pocus. Another Lorelei bag. Oh, the polka dots. This is how much I have left over. I've got tons left over for tassels. This was made using 2 skeins of this. This is the second leftovers of the second skein. And this was a knit crate yarn that I had from like years ago. Well, not year. Yeah, at least a year. Yeah, because when did I stop doing knit crate? Like, I want to say it was 2021. Maybe it was this year. All the years run together, y'all. They all run together. I don't even know what year it is. Okay, so it's Aldine Wools by Knit Crate. So it's a knit crate. They made this yarn. I mean, like, so when I can't remember because when I first joined Knit Crate, I joined when like they weren't even really making their own yarn yet. They were like highlighting indie dyers, and that's how they were doing their boxes. So it's like a different indie dyer each month. Now they do their own yarn. I think they still do some indie dyers, but it's in the colorway Ladybug. I do not know if that's even coming across. But yeah, so it is a DK weight, 85% merino wool and 15% cashmere. So it's very nice. And I just happened to have it, and I was like looking because I really want to make this pattern, and I wanted to make it in like, you know, obviously like a Halloween scully kind of color. But this would do the job. So yay, that's done. So excited. And really, I mean, it's not like I was working on it that long. I was working on it. I think I cast it on what, beginning of October, maybe September, something like that. But yes, this crochet project is done. I love when I fold it up and it's like perfectly lines up. So now I just need to block it. And I was gonna block it last night, but then I wanted to be able to show you guys because it would still be wet today. Okay, so that's all for finished objects. Now on to whips. I have quite a few. I've been making good progress. First up, thinking of talking about how I'm getting socks off the needles, or at least trying to. I have my white birch fiber art socks. So I have finished one whole sock. So I had doing afterthought heels. I just finished this morning. Like I just finished this heel. So white birch fiber arcs is amazing. I got this at Rhinebeck last year. They weren't this year because they're having some health issues. So I like, you know, let's pray for them and think about them. Hopefully they get better soon. So I don't think it's really, their website is really up, but they had like the best self striping. So we have, this is called, I have it right here in my Loch Knits bag. I love this. Oh my gosh. And look at the inside, you guys. Isn't that so cute? So in a little pocket, I have the tag, white birch fiber arts, what it looks like. And the color is May the Odds Be Ever in Your Favor. It's a total Hunger Games reference. And that is 80/20. And then what it does is it comes like in a single skein, but when you unravel it or untwist it, it's 2 50-gram skeins that are perfectly matched. Well, I was making Shortie socks, so I didn't need them, but that's great for those that like to have perfectly matched socks. So there's 2 50-gram skeins already hanged up separately, which is really cool. So then I just used 1 50-gram skein, and this is all I have left over. So I use every little bit, but I also use a contrasting heel. So just so you know that too. But I did make it a little long. So these are Shortie socks, but they still got a little bit of length right there. I did like a longer cuff than normal. It's about 15 rows of 2x2 rib by normal. And then I did an afterthought heel. And as I was making my heel, I realized I do mine a little different as well. So I should like point that out. I do the normal decrease, like for a normal toe, which is like decrease around, knit around, decrease around. I do that all the way, and I stop on a decrease round. I stop when I have 10 left on each needle. So 20 stitches, and then I Kitchener. I think some people go farther than that. That's all I do for mine. But yeah, so 64 stitches like normal. I just love these bright stripes. Love them so much. My normal rounded wedge toe. In this case, so then I have this one all done. I just finished. I haven't even put, like, I just cast this off and woven all the ends this morning, so I haven't put my needles on and picked up for the heel right here. So this is where the heel is going to be. But I did trim down. So like when I was done here, I was on a gray, and it's just a second sock, and I didn't want to start it on a gray because I wanted to start it on a color. It didn't have to be the same color, but I wanted it to start on a color, and so I just cut off. It was one of these. To get to the next color. So they're not super matching, but at least they both start off with a pop of color. This one has like a lot of gray left over, and this one only has like a little gray right there. But then I'm going to do the toe, and it's going to be the same contrasting color. I still have plenty left. This was a row 1 mini. I had already opened it and used some of it for my scrappy sunburst granny square blanket. And so I don't remember what this was, but I love this purple. I thought that would totally go. Like, it doesn't match the other purples, but I think it totally goes. I love it. I love that. And that's all I have to do is just put on the heels. I'll be done with it. Like, I mean, I could be done today if I wanted to, but I don't think I'm going to work on it today. Maybe not. In the next day or two. So that'll be more socks off my needles so I can get Advent knitting. So excited about Advents, you guys. Okay, so also, I'm not really going to talk about Advents this episode because tomorrow, like it is 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday the 27th of November. And I plan on recording another video tomorrow when Brooke's at school, so she won't be in it. But it doesn't matter because it's Advent episode and she doesn't do Advent. So, I mean, she does an Advent, just not a yarny Advent. And that's what I'm going to get into, or else this episode would be really long. So that's when I'm going to get into patterns and all my Advents I have. I'm going to show them to you. And honestly, I haven't picked out a single pattern. So I might be talking through a lot of things with you guys tomorrow because I don't know. I do this every year too. I don't know. My next work in progress is my Musselburgh number 7. This is number 7 off my needles, or on my needles, I guess I would say. This is for my friend Angel. I love how this yarn is netting up. This is a yarnable yarn. She gave me the yarn, so I actually have this color in my yarnable that I haven't cranked for socks yet, and I'm thinking maybe I want a Musselburgh in this color. I just love the speckling. Oh my gosh. I mean, it looks good everywhere. It's so nice. And okay, this is where I was last time. I had just finished the increases. Like, I was right there. That's probably not the best color to mark where I was. It's blue, it matches. So I was there and I made all this progress. It's so nice. The yarn is so nice. Here's what it looks like. I have this much left. And so I'm gonna go, I know you can do inches, but this is a really good normal weight fingering. I'm gonna go until I have 10 grams left of my yarn and then start decreases. And that way I use most of the yarn. This is the Yarnable, and it is in the Born to be Mild colorway. And it is on her plush sock, which is 85.15 superwash merino nylon. So yes, and that's on a whiskers and stitches stitch marker. Isn't that nice? Oh my gosh, it's so soft too. It's so nice to work on, and I pick it up like all the time. This is my Mountain State Stitches bag. I only have one. This is my Mountain State Stitches bag. I love the mountains. I ordered this bag just for my Musselburghs because I make them all the time. So this is number 7. I'm so excited. And I want to get this done, but it's just so fun to work on. And a lot of times, like, it's not as fun to work on like gift knits or like, just because it's a little bit of stress because I have a deadline, but also like it's not really for me. But this is actually fun because I love knitting Musselburghs, so I have no problem. I love knitting on this. It's easy to pick up and go. I take it with me everywhere. Okay, what's next? Oh my, okay, so I have a new cast on. Actually, I'm gonna show you all my old ones before I get to my new ones. So this is another Scrappy Angel bag. This is the Aran bag. So it's got the faux leather bottom. Stands up all on its own. It's still got the wire frame. I love this because it stands up by itself. I mean, you know, but also when you undo it, it like basically turns into like a nice, you know, like a box. You can leave it on your couch or whatever. I zip mine up because we have cats who love my yarn. So isn't that nice? Flavors on the inside. Okay, so this is my Breaking Plaid Cowl by Carissa Browning. Make sure. Yep. This is for my sister. This is a gift knit for her for Christmas, so I need it done. And I started it way back in the day. Well, September. I started in September, knowing for me, like, I need to be able to have a lot of time. And this is a double knitted pattern. So you do double knitting, and so I know it takes me a while to do. And so I just wanted to make sure I had plenty of time. I didn't want to stress out about like making sure I had it done in time. So I need it done by Christmas Eve, which is December 24th if you don't celebrate. I am using Brooke Ultra Wool DK. The pattern calls for fingering. And I knew I was not making fingering because I want it to be super plump and big, and I just knew that would take forever. So I opted for DK and just adjusted. And then I'm using just red and black because she wanted the buffalo plaid. She loves buffalo plaid for the holidays and for winter time. So, I'm just using their black, which I believe is called iron or kettle or, you know, something like that. Cast iron is the black, just like this, cast iron. And this is chili is the red. So I cast on, because in this pattern, they have like a triangle cowl, they have a triangle shawl, they have a regular cowl, they have an infinity, like they have all these different patterns in one pattern, which is really cool. I already made the triangle shawl for my niece last year. My sister she wanted an infinity scarf. So what I did is I just cast on double the amount of stitches that they said for the cowl. So that's all I did. But here's what I've got. It's really great because double knitting is cool because it's going to be, I want to fall off my needles. It's like reverse on the other side. So there's black right here and that's red. So it's double knitted. So I'm knitting both sides at the same time. So it's also double thick, right? It's very nice. I really like it. This is my first time I've done double knitting. So I don't know if this is like normal for double knitting or whatever, but this is what my little chicken, whiskers and stitches, stitch marker. Here's where I was last time I showed you. At this progress keeper. It's gonna be good progress. I was gonna do 2 full repeats, and 2 repeats is 2 diamonds tall. So I am like halfway through the first diamond of the second repeat. So I'm almost there. I'm over halfway, guys. And today's November still. So and I'm picking it now. I'm renewed again. And I have it like memorized basically, so it's going pretty fast now. It's nice. I hope she loves it. And then I'll block it because it's wool. I'll be able to block it and stuff when it's done. That's why I want to get it done. So yeah, it has to be done by December 24th, but I have to block it. So really it has to be done like a couple days before that so it can dry and all that stuff. At least I know once I'm blocking it, I'm done. Like I don't have to add tassels or anything else. Like it's done. Okay, and then you guys saw last time where I had cast on the World's Simplest Mittens by Tin Can Knits. I'm holding it in my Rebecca pouch or Rebecca pouch by Scrappy Angel. Look at this skunk. And this is the one that has the clear pockets on both sides. Zipper pockets, very cool. Okay, so I made a lot of progress when I was in Puerto Rico. And I had to stop because I forgot to bring my double pointed needles to do like the top of the glove. I was like, dang it, why did I do that? So and then I got home and I haven't picked them up since. I've been doing other things. But here's where I was when I showed you guys. I was on the cuff. I did everything to pattern. Everything is exactly the measurements of pattern for my size. I think I did like the medium large or whatever. I just measured my hand. Aren't these cool? I'm using my leftovers from Woolens and Nosh 2021 Advent. So it was like a knit a stripe a day. These are the leftovers. And then I ordered a skein of, like I even have the leftovers still in here. And then I ordered a skein of her, a 50-gram skein of her just berry yarn to go with it. I love this. Isn't that cool? And there's a thumb. I already have it sectioned off. I just gotta do this. So all I have to do for this mitten is to finish the decreases at the top and then do the thumb gusset. And then I can go ahead and do the next glove. Let me show you guys. what it looks like on. Yeah, very cool. So I'm doing decreases. I had started decreases. I've already started decreasing. I just got to the point where I'm gonna need double pointed needles and do my thumb. Cool, hon. I like this long cuff. Like, it's like the really good length for me. I like a longer cuff. You can always shorten your cuff, but I like it to where it doesn't pop out of like my sweatshirt or my jacket or whatever. But it's looking so cool. And I love that I'm using the leftovers for a stripy advent too, because sometimes you're like, what am I going to use that? I already made socks. What am I going to do now? Unless you're going to make more socks for like relatives or friends or whatever. But like, this is really cool. I'm really excited. I don't have mittens. I've never made mittens. Am I crazy? And then I was looking, so I have this much left. Because you know, Woolens and Nosh, she already had them pre-separated, which I got the Tuesday Advent, so I'll show you tomorrow. But she already has them separated for you in a bag where you can't see it. So this is the other one I haven't touched yet. So I think she had like 2 full repeats. And then here's what I have left over. So I have plenty to finish this and do this. And I can't decide if I'm going to do stripey over here because they won't really match, or just do like double of the cream yarn. Have a cool little cream thumb. We'll see. But I have plenty of this left over, so I might just use that, and who cares if it doesn't match. So yeah, isn't that cool? And these should pretty much match. Like my other one should match. Like, 'cause I ended at the same time with the other sock. So these should pretty much match anyway, so that's kind of cool. So I'm really excited about those. And this is a Simply Serving, I believe. Oh no. I think it's Simply Serving. It might be something else. I think I got it in like a Yarnable. It might be something else. Sorry if it's you and you know who it is. It's one of those awesome that like people that can do these kind of stitch markers, because I just don't know how you guys do it. They're amazing. I've also made progress on my half and half triangles wrap. I forgot to bring it downstairs. So of course, most of my knitting stays with me up in my bedroom, and I'll move it to like a floor if I need it. And then my yarn room is in the basement. So like all of my stuff is down here, and my sock machine is down here. But like I don't usually just sit and knit in here. I do sometimes, but usually I don't. I mean, I have a couch, I could. But I'm usually doing it wherever I can. And my half and half triangle wrap's up in my room, and I forgot to bring it down, and I am not running up 2 flights of stairs. It's the same. I've made progress on it. It looks the same. So you're not missing much. So I'll just show you guys next time, and hope maybe I'll be the next color. Who knows? Probably not though. But my newest cast on is in my Daisy Girl & Co. That Christmas bag I got last year. It's barely stuffed in here. I was going to put it one of my Scrappy Angel ones, but those are so full from last year, I think. So I was doing some other things. We'll get to that tomorrow. But I cast on let me look at, make sure I have it right, the Celtic Santa Hat by Merry Friday. And I am on the brim. Isn't that cool? I love this cabling. Love it. Okay. So this is highly, maybe not highly, it's highly modified. The design is not modified. So this cable pattern is hers for sure. And the hat pattern will be hers, the cabling and the hats. But like, I don't know. We modify it a lot. But I knew I was going to modify it. So this is not all my ideas. These are not. I read all the projects. You know how like you're looking at something. Oops, sorry. You're looking at a pattern and you're like, oh, let me look at all the other projects, and you see how other people had to modify to make it look. I'm like, so I found pictures. I'm like, oh, I wanted to make it look like that, and they had modified it. So I'm taking like at least 2 different people's projects, using their mods to make mine. So I really liked what they did. So I bought, it's a paid for pattern. So I bought this pattern knowing I was gonna have to mod it, but the cabling is so good, and I knew I wanted it. So so the brim is gonna be, you know, for the Santa hat. And then you're going to pick up and knit the hat itself in red, which I'll show you all the yarns in a minute. But the first mod I did, which no one else had done, people usually, like, she just had cast on and then do this, and you're going to pick up stitches to seam it, right? Well, I don't like doing that because I'm not very good at the picking up. I mean, I don't think I am. Characters are clicking. A lot of people did provisional cast-ons, which you can totally do. I did something even easier that I learned from my Vega cardigan. I did a Judy's Magic cast-on where you cast on to 2 needles. I think it's mainly supposed to be for like, you know, magic loop. But I held 2 different needles together, and then you just keep knitting off one, and then when I come around to seam, I already have needles on the other side. So I don't even have to pick up stitches, and it'll look seamless. It's gonna look really cool. It'll be like a three needle bind off, or yeah, bind off to attach them. Isn't that cool? So that's what this is here. This is just holding my live stitches on the other side that I cast on. I didn't have to pick up, and it'll come around. So that's first kind of mod, but that's not a big deal. It's just a cast on. Second mod, which other people had did and which I did as well, is we added an I-cord edge as we knit. So as you go, I-cord, which makes it look very nice and tidy on the top and bottom of this amazing cabling. So we did that. And what we did is we added 4 stitches to the cast on, and then I omitted the first and last stitch and like just did my I-cord instead. So on an I-cord, you know, you knit 3, do your pattern, and you slip the last 3. That's what I did, like a 3-stitch I-cord. So then I omitted the first and last because I added 4. If that makes any sense. Go check out my project page if you want to know on Ravelry, and I'll explain all for you. But this is the amount of repeats the pattern calls for to have it fit. Now, everybody said they had to make it longer. And I went up 2 needle sizes. Everyone said go up a needle size. I think the pattern even says if you want it bigger, go up a needle size or whatever. I went up 2 needle sizes. This is 2 needle sizes. And it's worsted weight yarn. And then so I'm at the exact repeats, and it does just fit me stretched. So like, let me demonstrate. And I don't have a small head by any means. Like, look, I mean, I could stretch it, but it's like really, like it'd be good as a headband. But your Santa hat, especially if you're picking up stitches and I'm doing some decreases, I want it to be slouchy. And this is going to be a gift. That's why I'm making it an acrylic. So this is not going to block bigger because it's acrylic. So I'm keeping that in mind. And I want it to, it can be, I don't want it to be huge, but I mean, it can be a little bit of a stretch, but it needs to be more. Anyways, a lot of people had to do like I did 15 repeats. A lot of people said they did like between 18 and 20. So I'm going to go up probably 2 more repeats because I'm already pretty big. So I did the biggest, went up 2 needle sizes. I'm going to do 2 more repeats and then, you know, I want it to be a little big on me because it could be, basically I don't know if it's going to go to a man or a woman. So I want it to be able to fit a man. And then women, we can wear it a little bit slouchy. It's okay. So that's for the size. So I stopped here, measured. I'm only at like 18 inches round for a head. It's a kind of small head. I want it to be at least like 20. I think 2 more repeats will get me definitely to 20 without it being super tight. And then what you do is we're going to pick up stitches, and I think people do different pickups. You pick up more stitches than the pattern calls for, but her cabling is amazing. So it's a great cabling here, and then a cool cabling up the Santa hat, and then there's a palm. The palm is white, this is white, and then the base is red. So here's what I have. The yarn I have for the white, which is like stark white, but it was all I had. I went to Michael's. I wanted kind of like a cream, you know, but it's like bright white. That's all I really had for acrylic. And I normally go, if I'm going to get acrylic, to my local yarn store, Needles and Haymarket, because they had the best, softest acrylic, but I was working with what I had. This is the super bright white, but I do love this deep red. So the white is just called white, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just called white. And it's, I believe, this is just the yarn that's like by Michael's. I don't know. Right? Impeccable yarn. I think it's just a Michael's brand. It says nothing. 100% acrylic. Oh yeah, loops and threads. Oh my gosh. Loops and threads, impeccable. Were you guys like, it's right there, Kim. Loops and threads, impeccable, which is the Michael's brand. And it's just white. It's their worsted white. Then here is the red. I really like this deep red, especially for a Santa. It's a good Santa color. And this is on the colorway Claret. I would say Bordeaux. That's the other language. It's claret. Assuming like wine. Love that color. So I'm going to pick up this, well, what you do is you actually pick up with the white, you knit some, and then you add the red, because it's going to fold over. So I'm going to pick up, I'm assuming on the wrong side, and it folds up over onto the red. We'll see. I need it for this week, next weekend. So I'm not sure it's going to get done in time. If it doesn't, it'll just go to a family member as a gift. Because I actually got it. I was going to make this as well for like my husband and son. My husband always wears a Santa hat during Christmas festivities. And so, but I got wool for ours. But I was making acrylic for other people because it's easy to wash. I know it's not itchy, you know, that sort of thing. So yes, I'm really excited about this. But just know you pay for the pattern, but to make it look like mine, there are some modifications to it. But the cabling, all the design elements are what she has. So that's what you're paying for, really. All that work, because the cabling is amazing. And my last work in progress is Brooke's sweater. You guys, I started it. And actually, I've started twice now. I'll talk about that. Okay, so it is the Mondrian Pullover by 2 of Wands. I got the Lion Brand kit because she designs it in the Lion Brand yarn. And I got the whole kit like during one of their sales. Of course, it's what you do. And I just had it stuck away in the closet because I knew it's a super chunky sweater and she wouldn't need it till it's warmer out or colder out anyways. And now she's been like begging to wear it. I don't have it done yet. Well, I was closer before I had to rip it back. So the yarns I am using that come with the kit, oops, that does not, are the Hue and Me. So it's 2 of Wands collaborate. So it's the Hue and Me by Lion Brand. And it's all in the colors that the original kit, like the one she designed in, comes in. So this first color is Saffron. They're all like food names or spices. Saffron, which I love. This is a great color. Then there's Mustard, right? I'm assuming. Mustard, yep. Then the white is Salt, like a cream. And then the green is Artichoke, which I have not even taken out because I don't use it right now. It's green. So I ordered the kit, which is so great just to order a kit. Like her size kit, done. Like it was so easy. I think it even came with the pattern. I mean, it was really great. So I rewound because I had done some knitting and then I had to take it out because I had to go down 2 sizes. So this is what I have so far. And you knit this in pieces because it is an intarsia knit. And so you knit the front, the back, and then the sleeves. And you're gonna seam it all together. So here is the back, and this is the bottom. So it's the bottom of the back. And I've just put on the panels for the back. So here's the Salt, Saffron, this is Mustard. I love these, I mean, it's so fun. Intarsia's fun, and this is easy intarsia, where I'm just like straight line. So nice. With thick yarn. So I had started this at the size that we had calculated back before, and they do say make like 10 inches in ease, right? Well, I know you don't normally want to go, depending on your size, you don't need that. I mean, probably a size super small could do that, but like we don't need that much extra ease. And I knew I might have to add some length for her, so I ordered like even a bigger, maybe like in between sizes, I ordered the bigger one so I could give her the length just in case, even though it's supposed to be a little cropped. And Brooke likes cropped, so I'll probably keep it more cropped. But I started in the original size that we had been thinking of, and I was knitting, I'm like, this seems really big. I was like, Brooke, come here. I kept holding up to her. I was like, I just don't know. I think this is way too big. And I was measuring it out, and I'm like, it's coming out like, I think bigger, because my gauge, I did not gauge watch. My gauge is coming out bigger than what it was supposed to be at that size. And I think we calculated it and I took it down 2 sizes for Brooke. I think I'm making just like the large size. Because I mean, I'm just cutting down the ease is really what I'm doing. I'm cutting down all that positive ease. I'm still giving her some, but like she doesn't need that much. And I think she's gotten a little smaller. So like that was on top of it. Because I remeasured her chest size. I'm like, or bust. I was like, that's a lot different than I think I thought before. So anyways, adjusting for my gauge and her size and that like, ease. And so I went down 2 sizes. So I'm like, well, that's better than going up sizes because now Yeah, I had like 5 or 6 inches of this, at least, of this colorway up, and I had to pull it all back. But I did that in like 2 days. It was so fast because it's chunky yarn. And now I'm like, well, it's okay if I have to pull it out because now I'm going down sizes. So that's less stitches. That's okay. So yeah, I got all that done, and now I just need to get it. Brooke is like really wanting to wear it, so that's gonna keep me motivated. But then I haven't picked it up in like since before Thanksgiving, so I need to do that. So I was trying to finish like my school shawl. I'm like, it's Christmas. I need to get the school shawl done. I've got Christmas stuff in it. Oh, crochet. And that's all in my Janet tote by the Scrappy Angel. I mean, I have so much chunky yarn in here with the sweater in there. Like I have what, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I don't even know. A ton of chunky yarn in there and it all fits just fine. It's got a back pocket, this front see-through pocket. And that is it for works in progress. Now acquisitions. I have no excuses. I don't need acquisitions and I have them. That's all. Let's get right to it. My first acquisition, Scrappy Angel. I got my latest Scrappy Angel. It's the chicken bag. Oh my gosh, I got my chicken bag. And it's the Aran tote, which is the, or it's the Aran bag. I don't think it's called Aran tote. It's got the faux leather bottom. You guys gotta see the inside because I love it. Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. Totally, I love it. I love it so much. It's so new, I haven't even put a project in it. I don't know what I'm gonna put in it yet. Something good. Okay, next up, as you guys have probably saw if you follow me on Instagram, Amplifiber she moved and she hasn't been dying lately, but I knew she would come back. And so she had this massive update with a 20% off sale. So you know, I'm like, I can't not. I mean, come on, right? So I actually ordered, Angel and I went in on an order, so you're not going to see some of the skeins. So Erin, if you're watching, that's why those blue skeins are on here. I got like because Angel loves blue, and she got the High Tide colorway. Oh, when it came in the mail, I'm like, oh, I wish this was for me. It was so pretty. Okay, but what I got was a couple different sock sets because Erin just makes the most amazing, Erin from Amplifiber, sock sets. So the first one is this one. This is the Peace of Mind sock set. Oh, and her yarn is so soft. 85/15 superwash extra fine merino wool, 15% nylon. And with these two great, and I got this because, I was drawn, she had a lot of purples and I wanted to grab all the purples. And actually some of them were sold out by the time I got there. But the other ones were still there and I almost got them, but I'm like, Kim, you have a ton of sock sets. They're up there, you can't see them, and majority of them are purple. So let's just try other things. And the great thing about Erin's sock sets are they're 2 mini skeins. I don't have to make socks with this. I'm thinking like a cool cowl actually. And green looks really good on me. Obviously that's my hair color. So I'm thinking like a really great cowl is what I'm gonna make with this. Somewhere near my eyes and my face. And I just love it. That way I'll use more of my yarn. Because I knit a sock set out of this and I had so much left over. I could make like 3 more socks, 3 more pairs. But yeah, isn't this so pretty? Oh my gosh. And her speckling is just amazing. And there's speckling in here. There's like tonality in here. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, that's number 1 sock set. I got 1 more sock set. And then I got this one. Oh my goodness, you guys. This is the Big Rock Candy Mountain. And I know she has this, I believe, in like single skeins. And then the 2 minis that come with it. Oh my gosh. So pretty. I don't even know. Like at least this one I have a plan for a cowl. I don't even know. I just loved it and I bought it. It'll be something amazing. Like maybe like a hat. Like I really like this color. I don't know. There's so many colors in there, you guys. And then there's 2 blues. Like that's a really, navy blue. Oh my gosh. So pretty. And I just love her label. Amplifiber. Yarn is my jam. And then I got a mini skein set. And you're like, Kim, don't you have a lot of mini skeins and also getting a lot of advents? And I would say, yes, I am. However, hello, look at this mini skein set. And in my defense, Remember when I got the Botanical Yarn mini skein sets, the 2 of them, to make that pieces wrap? I was looking for a good golden or mustard color. I think this one, because I need a couple extra skeins. This one would be beautiful. And maybe even this blue, but like this would look nice. I don't think there's that color in there. I mean, so definitely I think this is gonna go in the pieces wrap with my Botanical Yarn. Like I ordered the set, so I'm like, oh, this one. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do with the rest. Maybe one of the other ones will also go in the pieces wrap. Or I'm gonna make some kind of like, I don't know. I have a couple of her mini skein sets because they're so good. I might combine them. I think they would actually look really good together. And do like a juniper cowl, which is that puff stitch cowl that Holly was wearing last episode or 2 episodes ago. It's a crochet one by Tony Lipsy. Maybe I'll do that. Oh, it's so pretty. And they're so soft. And they're the same, right? Yeah, 85.15. And this mini set is the Warmest Regards mini skein set. She had a couple different colors of mini skein sets. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh. And then 20% off is a good deal, guys. Okay, I got these. Okay, so I know it looks just plain cream. You're like, Kimberly, no. Okay, this is the Snow Angel colorway, and look at the speckles. And it's even like a little bit more like creamier or like a grayish creamy than I thought it was gonna be, and I love it so much. Look at all the speckles, you guys, look. And I bought this for a reason. I have a plan. So I got 2 of them, and I got them to go with my advents this year because a couple of patterns I'm looking at, you need a main color. And I know that my Hedgehog Fibers advent does not come with a main color, like one whole skein. And I was looking at like the Candy Mountain cowl or something where you need like that one skein, and I'm like, this will go with anything because look, it's got little tiniest speckles of color, so it's not completely plain, but still a good plain color, neutral to be that extra color. So that is what I got these for, and I don't even know if I'm doing the Candy Mountain cowl, but this, or if I'm going to use this with the Hedgehog Fibers, I do not know. Either way, it will probably go in an advent, or at least I have it to go with like mini skeins. Isn't that so pretty? I just look at the daintiness of those speckles. I can't. And yet there's a whole lot of them. And it's called Snow Angel. Same 85.15. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. So that's all I got. So but I ordered also 3 extra skeins that were angels, and those have gone. And then Erin sent, you guys, she sent, oh, give me some crinkling, prizes for donation. Isn't that so nice? Look, I'll even show. Isn't that cool? Okay, so I'm gonna open this up and come right back. Erin from Amplifiber sent 2 prizes for donations to go into my prize box. The first up is this amazing sock set, which I was eyeing actually for Brooke, because Brooke loves yellow and light colors. Look at that one. Just look. This is called Aloha Sock. This is the Aloha Sock set. Aloha. Look. Oh my goodness. Look at that yellow. Some pinks in there, and then dark speckles. And these are the 2 mini skeins. It's a little bit more pink in person. Yeah, a little more pink in person, but oh my gosh, so pretty. Love that. And then also, which I was eyeing for my order, and I was like, Kim, you already have a lot of super bulky for hats you've bought recently that you haven't made. Maybe you should like, but oh my gosh, I loved this one. Look at this one. This is the Aria colorway. So the Aria, and I think she's still got some in the shop, you guys. It's so pretty and so soft and squishy. 100% superwash, extra fine merino wool. So soft. Like the softest probably that I felt actually in its bulky weights. And actually this is the one I chose to go, oh my gosh, look at the speckles, in our giveaway today. So this is part of the giveaway for our 2-year anniversary. And the other one I'll save for a future giveaway, but oh my goodness. I figured too, it's winter time, at least here in our area. And this would be great for bulky hats right now. So pretty. So thank you, Erin. That was so nice to send prize donations for our viewers. I'm so excited. We also had a wonderful donation from Two Sheeps. They sent us their 2023 Two Sheeps yarn calendar. They sent us two, one for me and one to give away to our viewers. So that's going to be also included with the Amplify for Yarn in our 2-year anniversary giveaway. So here is the front of the calendar. This calendar is amazing. I have been eyeing last year's calendar, and I've been following them for a while. And so I do want to read all about what they entail in their calendar, because it's more than just like a yarn knitting crochet calendar. They have a lot that goes into this. I want to make sure I read this so I make sure I don't miss anything. So this year they spotlight indie dyers, knitwear designers, and the beautiful landscape of the American West. They have Two Sheeps has moved over to Santa Fe, New Mexico. That prompted that theme. Each exclusive yarn that is pictured in the collage goes on sale only at twosheeps.com on the first day of that calendar month. So when you get the calendar, you're gonna see, and you can buy them on twosheeps.com. You're gonna see like the future months patterns and the yarn. You cannot buy that yarn. It's exclusive to twosheeps.com, and you can buy that yarn only on the first day of that month. So like you at least can plan out like, okay, July 1st, I want to order this yarn, right? There are different indie dyers, different pattern designers. Calendars go on sale already. They're already available. They went on sale Saturday, November 19th. So you guys can totally go and get a calendar. Also, along with the yarn going on sale at twosheeps.com on the first of that month, the pattern that corresponds with that month as well also goes on sale the first day of that month. So crafters can purchase the designs through several channels, including Ravelry, Payhip, and twosheeps.com. I also want to point out this company does clarify and prioritize their anti-racist stance and social justice commitments. And they posted it on their social media, and it said in the letter they were going to do that. They did it, and they also have it on the back of the calendar, which I think is amazing. I love that. And also, 100% of the pattern profits are donated to charities. They're nonprofit organizations chosen by the designer. So isn't that amazing? So they're not profiting off this, the designs. They are simply putting all those profits towards whatever the actual designer has requested, which I think is amazing. And I love on the back of the calendar as well, it goes through the dyer name for that month, the yarn company, and then all of their details on how to find them. And you'll find a lot of amazing people in here. They have Cabin Boy knits. They have a whole bunch of ones I haven't heard of before. I have heard of McMullen Fiber Co., Murky Depths, but like others, Rhythm Knits, Seismic Yarn. I haven't heard of those as much. And designer names. I mean, like Tanis Gray, Amber O'Brien, and a lot of other really great ones, and then new ones I haven't even seen. So this is really exciting. I love this. I'm really excited to put this up. I've never had a yarn calendar, and I want to show you my favorite one, which happens to be my birth month. I'm not going to spoil it like too much, but I'm just going to show you my birth month so you understand what the concept is. So July, my birth month is July. So here you got a beautiful scenic picture. You have the picture of the yarn and the design for that yarn. And on the 1st of July, 2023, you can order this yarn from twosheeps.com, and also this pattern from wherever you want to get your pattern from. And 100% of the profits from this pattern will go to charities that this designer, which I think was and it even gives a little bit about the designer down here, Fatima Hines. So wherever she is designated, she wants her profits to go for charity. It's going to go there. Isn't that cool? So it's really, really awesome. And I'm so excited we get to give away one of these, and I'm so excited I get to have one. And if you want to make sure you get one, I know they sell out pretty fast. So go ahead and go to twosheeps.com and get your order in. Otherwise, one lucky winner is going to win one. So excited. So thank you to Lisa and Maria from twosheeps.com for including us. And I am so excited to use this, and we're going to go ahead and get that other one out to whoever our winner is. Okay, I know. I told you guys I had a huge knit crate order. Now, hear me out. They had a huge sale. I don't know if you guys saw like their biggest sale. I don't know if it's the biggest sale of the year. It felt like it. There's like up to 60% off. Nothing I bought was 60% off, but there were still some really good deals. And I have been waiting to purchase. So like these are things that I just save up. Like my son and husband both want sweaters. And I've always wanted to try their Knit Picks Dishy. So I've like just been waiting till there's a good sale. And I knew I wanted it in Swish DK, which isn't always on sale. And it was a little bit on sale. But literally this box came. Look at this. And this is how it came, just so you can see. I'm like, what is in here? I didn't know it was my knit crate or my Knit Picks. Look. Okay, I'm gonna go through it. I'm not gonna go through all of it because most of it is just sweaters quantities. And you know, Swish DK comes in 50-gram balls, so you have to get quite a few because I'm also making them for men. Now my son is he's like more lean, but he's long, so I definitely still had to get him quite a few. So I got this. My son actually picked out this color. So this is all Swish DK. I'm just gonna show you a couple of them. And this is the Squirrel Heather. Which one is this one? This is the Nutmeg Heather. I really like the Squirrel Heather, but it's a little bit darker. He wanted the Nutmeg Heather. And I'm actually really excited because my son never wants me to knit or crochet him anything. I think because he's afraid of the pressure that I'm gonna put on him to wear it, which I don't. But he's like afraid of that. So he doesn't want me to make him anything. No pressure. Which kind of sums up my son. But he really saw, I don't even know what movie, he saw one of the Kingsman movies where they had like, you know, they're like assassins, but they had like these cool turtleneck, cabled, like British sweaters. And he was like, I want one of those. I'm like, okay, I can make one of those. So of course the pattern he picks out also is in DK weight. I'm like, it's gonna take me forever. And it's in full cabling, but it's gonna be amazing. And it's from a Ukraine designer. I'm really excited. I forgot the name of it. I'm gonna put it right here. It's a great, you don't have to, you can omit the turtlenecks. I've seen people do, but Dalen wants the turtleneck. So luckily Dalen's really like lean, but he is long. So I'm gonna have to make it longer than normal. Just like, at least it's not like, you know, wider, I guess. So that's like saving me a little bit. But this is the colorway. And I got a whole bunch of balls of that, like 12 or 13, right? But yes, I'm really excited. I hope he loves it so I can get started on that. And it's so soft. I forgot how soft Swish DK is, or the Swish line. It's very nice. My husband also wants a sweater. And so his took a little bit more thought process because I wanted to take a basic sweater pattern where I like the color for him, and because I know I'm adding color work to it. I'm using a color work chart that I'm borrowing from Assassin's Creed. So like, I don't even know, 2016, 2017, my husband had found on Twitter, and he's never on Twitter, I don't even know how he found it, but they had tweeted, you know, happy holidays from Assassin's Creed, and they had like this, it was a color work chart of like Assassin's Creed theme. And so he had screenshot it and sent it to me, so I have it on screenshot, and I'm going to transmit that into color work chart for a sweater. I am not a designer, folks. So I wanted to basically just take a sweater pattern and just add in the color work chart, and then I'm gonna add some to like the cuffs or the sleeves. That's the plan. So he picked out the colors. So he chose all in Swish DK as well. I figured I should have done worsted, but I did DK because I knew there'd be color work. I didn't want it to be too bulky, but I mean, worsted would have been okay. And it's not color work everywhere. Maybe I should have done worsted, but oh well. I'm in it now. I already bought it. So I got this Swish DK and the Dove Heather. He wanted the light gray. So that's Dove Heather. And then we got Holly Berry, which these were all 10% off. This was like 30% off. So we did really well with this. And he wanted most of his sweater in the red. So this is gonna be the color work part. So it's perfect because this was the biggest sale. I love these colors together. It's gonna be amazing. So I got like, they gave me like the whole, you know, and then a whole bunch of little extras. Oh no. Okay. And so that's what I got. So I got a ton of these, and a ton of the Nutmeg Heather for my son. And then I was like, well, I'm making an order and there's like a discount. I'm going to go ahead and get some Knit Picks Dishy. I've always wanted to try. I really do like the Estelle Suds line, and I've just been curious to see how the Knit Picks Dishy holds up as well, because I've heard people love this. I do like the fact people also say that the color holds up really well in Knit Picks Dishy. I don't know about the Estelle Suds. I haven't really used them. I like look at them because I made them with a whole bunch of cool looking dishcloths. So I haven't really used them as much. I will hopefully see how much that holds up with color wise. But I got a whole bunch of different colors. I've always wanted this color. This is the Kenai color, I think, right? Yes, Kenai. This is the Kenai colorway with some fuzzies. It's a great teal. I love it. And I only know how to pronounce Kenai because I lived in Kenai. It's the Kenai Peninsula in Alaska. So if you know Alaska and it has that little peninsula that comes down, that's the Kenai Peninsula. And there's the Kenai River where everybody goes salmon fishing. And I lived in Kenai when I was a kid growing up. So that's how I know how to pronounce it. And I'm assuming that's what it's after. There's also like, I think the bear in like one of those Disney movies, like those Brother Bear or something was named Kenai. Anyways. Okay, I think. Okay. And then I also got this color. I really liked it. This linen color. I was going to do this color. And then also I got conch or conch. It's the shell color conch. This one is Inlet. A good grayish light blue. And this pretty one, it's like lilac or something. Lilac Mist. So I was gonna combine, like, I love the half and half triangle wrap, and Delight Knits has been doing this. She did it with a baby blanket, did like the half and half triangle, and also was practicing with dishcloths. And I'm like, oh, I want to do that. So I might do like, so I got a lot of interchangeable colors. I know would look good, like with halvesies with other things. That's what I got. So like these all could be half triangles with the washcloths. So yeah, I really liked them. And they have a whole bunch of different ones. I got the solids. So I know I'm like, I want to try this yarn base. And then I got like 5 skeins. I didn't need 5 skeins to try it, but you know, it was a sale. I think they were all only 10% off, but still, right? I think I got like free shipping and you know how it is, guys. So I did a lot with knit picks and also with definitely Lion Brand. Lion Brand always has a ton of sales. So always wait. I never buy that stuff full price. If you're gonna buy it full price, just go to the store, right? But I'm really excited about this dishy. So I will let you know how that is. Because it doesn't feel any different than my Estelle Suds. I think my Estelle Suds almost feels a little bit softer than this. But I'm curious to see how this holds up. I did hear about the color stainess, which is nice. I kind of like that. Okay, so that's it for my knit picks. All of that box, and that's really it, but it's because most of it is all those 50-gram balls for those sweaters. And then last up is my Black Friday shopping. So of course I had to go to Needles in the Haymarket, my local yarn store, and it was amazing. And I got to see all my friends, and it was just a whole lot of fun. And they had great sales as well. So I'm not going to show you everything I bought. And also you probably saw the Black Friday. I did like a little stories in my Instagram, kind of like practicing for Vlogmas, because I will be doing that a lot for Vlogmas. I'm not going to show you everything I bought though, because some of it is for gifts and some of those people watch this podcast. So I'm not going to show it, but I am going to show you what I can show you. And I thought I did pretty good. I got most of it. I only got one thing for me. Most of it was for gift knitting, except for this book too. I finally got it. This is a Salt and Timber book. Lindsay Fowler. It's Lane, published by Lane. It's by Lindsay Fowler. So pretty. Oh my goodness. I've been waiting for this. Like I could have gotten it a couple times, but I really wanted to buy it from my local yarn store and they just got it in. And if you saw in my Instagram stories, I got the very last one. So I was really excited. So yes, I'm just really, I love a friend of mine test knit a pattern from here. And there's a couple really great shawls and a blanket pattern that I'm like, what? It's super thick. I think they hold it double. I think I can show the picture. Where's the picture? First, let me show you this shawl. There's no pattern. Okay. I mean, you see it all? Look. I want to make that. That looks really pretty. And it's a little two-tone if you didn't notice, which is kind of cool. I also really like this. That's cool. That's the bowline wrap. There's like the sweaters. I mean, look, they have this in the adult size too. Oh my gosh. That's cool. That's the Lighthouse Keeper pullover. Oh, I really love this though. Oh, can I get it without it? Okay. That's a great cowl. Look, they have like this braid that separates the two color changes. And you can use, I love this because you can use like stash yarn so easily with this. Just 3 different colors from your stash. I love that because I have a lot of like single skein stash. Where's that blanket? Oh, these great gloves. I think my friend did the gloves maybe. I love that. Those are the wind-bound mitts. Oh man. I bet I skipped it. It's in the back, isn't it? Yes. Look at this blanket. It's huge. And look at those big old chunky squares. Okay, I can show you without showing you the look. Oh my gosh. I want to make that blanket for sure. That's the culmination blanket. So a lot of great stuff in here. Salt and Timber. Go grab your copy if you want. Love that. Okay. So what I can show you is that I got some most of the sock yarn, because I'm making my family, I'm cranking them socks for like either a stocking or for a guest, probably in their stockings. I'm cranking them all socks to have in their stocking. And oh, I got this colorway for my son. That looks fun. I think I've seen someone else knit this and it looked amazing. Can't remember. It's the Kingfisher. I can't remember who did it, but I think I just recently saw it at our yarn store. Well, the day I bought it. I was like, oh my gosh, I love this colorway. So it looks like it's gonna be patterny, really cool. And then I also grabbed this one, and it's either gonna be, I think it's gonna be for my husband for dress socks. And it's just black. So it says it's a black 4-ply. Like you can see, it's supposed to be like kind of tonally, which I really liked. And then I got this for Brooke, which if you saw my stories, I got this for Brooke. This is new, I feel like. Adria Fill. Like it's new to our store. It probably has been there the whole time. Adria Fill Castle socks. I don't know. Castle socks. But look at that. Pastel. And I think it's self-striping. Now I never know. Like I think some things are self-striping and they don't. So 75.25. Just colorway 177. Well, it actually stripes pretty okay. Self-striping. Good. That's what I thought I was gonna do. And Brooke really loves the pastel colors. So that's gonna be her in her Christmas stocking. And I know she doesn't watch these podcasts back. Sometimes she does, but I guess she'll just see them. And then I got this for me for socks. Because they just, oh my gosh. So this is Haiku Madrona. But look at that color. First of all, the color is amazing. It is so soft because 30% baby alpaca, 30% merino wool, 20% bamboo, and 20% nylon. It's baby alpaca made for socks. So I totally grabbed this. So pretty. I thought there'd be some great lacy or some dainty socks. And it's in the colorway Huckleberry Wine 1409. And that must be what it's going to look like, I guess. No. It's just so pretty. Oh my gosh, and so soft. And I don't have anything like it, so I got that for me. And then I have gifts in here. Oh, for Dalen. So my son kept saying he wants dress socks. And I'm like, black dress socks for your army uniform? Like for school? Your school uniform? Really? So boring. I mean, I'm gonna crank them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm like, really? But I'm like, it's hard to find black sock yarn on there. I can just order it. It's not a big deal. But I saw at the store when I was there for the sale, they had bamboo pop sock, and I have made this base for my husband, and he loves it. It's like stretchier than normal. It's a little thinner, so it'd be great for him to have summer dress socks for his uniform, so not super hot because they're bamboo. 55% bamboo, 37% cotton, 8% PBT. I do not know what that means. Something soft. Something probably nylon-y maybe. But yeah, I got black. I got him too because I think he'll want really long socks, and he's got size 13 shoe. Like my husband's a 15. He's got size 13. And I know he'll want them kind of up the leg to go to shirt stage for his uniform. So I just got 2, just in case. Because if not, my husband would probably like some black socks. And I made my husband pretty long socks off of one skein. How many yards are those? Because it was really long. 492 yards. That's why. 492 yards. So he probably only need 1, and I'll make David a pair of black socks. So that'll be nice. And then I got a couple. I love these things. I got the Purl strings, and they're just like, you know, the holders for sweaters, put on waist yarn. And I got a chunkier kind because I didn't know if I would need it for Brooke's sweater. And then I also got just like a light or white, just an extra set because I use mine a lot, and so I'm like, I need them all the time. So I got an extra set, a couple sets. And then my friend Linda, who works there and also makes stitch markers, had cute little holiday sets. So I got a little holiday set. I picked out this one. Isn't that cute? Look at all of them. Okay, so I grabbed that. Everything else in there is gifts. So that is actually all my acquisitions. I know, leading up to Christmas and Advent season. That's actually not even including my Advents. And I bought a Purlsmith Advent, you guys. I got my Purlsmith Advent. I know I said last time I was hoping, I think I missed it. Yeah, I missed it like back in April. Thank you, Anna from Zebra Yarns, who was like, yeah, I got mine back in April. I'm like, oh, I missed that. And I follow her. Like, there's no excuse. And I was waiting, because last year I got my Purlsmith Advent off of like her leftovers, like what she had left. And so there was only a 12-day at the time. And I was hoping to get a full Advent this year. And so she'd been going through, like she had like all these sales. It was towards the end of the month. She had like a 1-day, like it's like 20 days of giving or something, or thanks or something, celebration. And she had like 20% off a new thing each day. Well, the last day there was like this 25-day or 25-piece rainbow on sale, 20% off. And so I was like, okay, I could make that an Advent. Like I'll be able to see it, but like that could be like my 1-a-day Advent, you know? So I messaged her saying, hey, you know, are you gonna have any leftovers Advents? Or I'll just buy this like 25-day rainbow and just kind of create an Advent out of it. And she said that she thought she was gonna have some. She was gonna find out that night. Sure enough, the next day she had a couple leftovers of the full day, which is amazing. And so I went ahead and grabbed it. Now the one I got was the antique brass, which I like the best anyways, and also the mixed sizes. So it was like not all sock, not all jumbo. There's a whole bunch of different sizes rings, which is perfect. That's what I probably would have picked anyway. So it's really great. Really excited about that, and that just came in. So like I said, for Advents, I'm gonna go ahead and do a whole new separate recording tomorrow. So this one will go up, and then the other one should go up quickly after, like the next day, because I want to get that out for you guys. I'm going to go through all my Advents. I'm going to go through Advent patterns, and we'll just talk about it. And I'm not doing Vlogmas on YouTube this year. I'm going to do it over on Instagram. So that means, though, that I will podcast in December. Because last year I just did Vlogmas, no podcasting. So I will have at least one podcast episode in December, where I'll go over what I've done for Advents, you know, and everything like that. But if you want to see daily stuff, go ahead and over on Instagram and follow us. I'll have it in stories. I'll save all of them as I go into a highlight for Advent talk or whatever. But it's going to be like what we're doing, anything fun, opening my Advents, you know, and I'm going to post it as I go out throughout the day. So that'll be a lot of fun. But also for future plans, I know I have my son and husband sweater. That probably won't be till after the holidays. Don't tell them that. But there's also tomorrow, Sari Nordland is hosting a mystery knit along, and it's a pair of socks. And I think they're lacy socks, and her socks are so pretty. And so it's a mystery knit along, and it starts tomorrow. And so I'm gonna knit those two at a time. I'm totally gonna do it. I'm using stash yarn, and I haven't decided what yarn I'm gonna use yet. Because you know it's gonna be lacy and dainty and so pretty. And I literally pulled out all of my stuff that I thought would go really well with her stuff, and this is what I've narrowed it down to. I've narrowed it down to this, and I can't decide. I think I'm pulling more towards like these two. These are the only two socks that I pulled out too that because I want it to be mostly one color because it's to be lacy. I want the lacy to kind of show through. So I have my chicken. I've got 2 extras. And then I have this, which Novel Knits, hey Danelle. She gave this to me. I won one of her prizes on her podcast, and I have had this, and I really want to use it. I think this would be so pretty with like lace. So I'm kind of leaning towards this a little bit, but also like this one would be good. This is like super old Mockingbird. They don't even die anymore. I'm holding on to this. And then also these 2. Dream in Color and Life in Long Grass, which by the way, do I have like a theme of light purple with little speckles? I really like this, apparently, this color type style. So these would look really great as well. But like, I just think this one, right? And it'd be really fun because I would just think about how Danelle, I won her prize the whole time I'm knitting it. So maybe, I don't know. And it's kind of like holiday-ish. It's called It's Magical is the sock set. Wouldn't that be, I think I would like, I don't know. But then this, I've been like holding on to this. This is so cool. I mean, holding on to it. I ordered it this year, so. I don't know. So I'll post about it tomorrow, hopefully. I'll make up my mind tomorrow because the first clue drops tomorrow. I'm totally going to start it tomorrow. So I guess you'll see which one I choose tomorrow if you follow me on Instagram. And I think that's it for all. Oh, I'm going to hold it in this too. I already decided. This is the Scrappy Angel. I don't think she's named it. It might be the Michael. But this, you know, I'm going to hold it in here and use it. And it fully, she has not started selling these yet though, but this is like in testing, basically. I've already undone it. So when you undo it, like you just unzip it and it pops up into a little tray. I love it. So I think that's going to go in there. Look, I already grabbed it. When I was grabbing yarn to put in here, I grabbed this. I think this is like my brain saying that I want to make it with this. We'll see. Look, it's already unraveling itself. It wants me to wind it. I don't know. We'll see. Because I have a lot of really pretty dainty that would look really great with lace. And I hardly ever knit lace socks. But we found like my friend, Amanda. Hi, Amanda. We're going to knit it together. So, I'll knit both those at the same time, I think. That way, when I'm done, I'm done. Because with lace, you know. So a little bit of life chat. I've had a lot going on. It's not like we're so busy. Is anybody else like that? Are you guys super busy as well? Since the last podcast, I went to Puerto Rico. Brooke had her National Honor Society like ceremony. So that was really exciting for her. I'm gonna put pictures of that. And then when we got back from Puerto Rico, we went to my son's ring figure ceremony. It's this huge celebration at his college, his military school, where they get their rings their junior year. It's a big, basically, like celebration of their accomplishments and commitment. It was just so fun. So that was really awesome. Then we had Thanksgiving, then we had Black Friday, and now I'm into party planning mode because my husband has this big annual work party that we host. I wouldn't say it's just his work, it's his work including other, it's like a really good networking type thing. And we host it here. So I've been like totally in party planning mode and like also in construction mode, like our kitchen. Like I'm trying not to have a breakdown. Like we had a really not great door to our back door. It should have been a French door. It was never a French door. Even when I bought the house, I'm like, why isn't this a French door? Made no sense. So we finally just now, like the door handle kept falling off. I'm like, look, we're having people come for a party. My door handle just can't fly off on a door they're probably going to use. I'm like, how embarrassing, right? I'm like, we need to fix it. So of course we're fixing it like the day before Thanksgiving. The whole like this huge gap in my kitchen, like morning room area was gone. Like there was no wall. It was so cold. They put in the new French door. My ceiling has got pieces missing. I'm like, okay, it's Sunday. We're having a party on Saturday and my house is just under construction. And anyway, and I'm planning for a party. Deep breaths. It'll be a lot of fun. I really have a lot of fun at these things. The people are great and it's just it's really great because we get all of our Christmas decorations have to go up like before the party. We always have the party the first weekend in December. So yeah, it's a lot of work right after Thanksgiving, but then I'm set for the holidays. I have no other decorations to put up. My house has been like thoroughly cleaned and sanitized to get ready for a party. So it's like, it really leads up to smooth sailing for the rest of my December, because then I have family come in. I don't have to stress about having the house ready because it's already ready from the party. And so that's really great. It's just that week we're from Thanksgiving to the Christmas party, super stressful, but I'm really excited. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And if you're gonna follow me over on my Vlogmas on Instagram, you'll be able to see some of that. So that's really all I've been up to. And I've tried to think about Advent knitting. I haven't. I've been seeing a lot of stuff I like. So maybe tonight or tomorrow I'm gonna talk you guys through it basically. Maybe I'll make some decisions during the podcast tomorrow. But yeah, so I hope everybody in the United States had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We had an amazing one. And if you're not in the United States, I hope you had a wonderful week leading up to December last week. I hope everybody's having great holiday plans, whatever holidays, winter holidays you guys celebrate. I hope your plans are going amazing. And I'm sending out stress-free vibes for everybody. Just take deep breaths. I love the season. My daughter asked me, Brooke asked me what my favorite part of Christmas was. I'm like, actually, the preparations leading up to Christmas is my favorite. Like all of December. The traditions we do, the getting ready for it, like that, all of that is my favorite. The decorating, the baking, like, you know, Christmas Eve is the best because that's when we have our family over. And we do that whole, like our whole extended family is over. And then Christmas morning is also fun, but then it's over. And then it's like quieter and relaxing, which is also nice. But I just love the whole buildup of December, like the entire month is my favorite. So this is my year. I love it, or my time of year. I love it. I love Advents. I just love it so much. Okay, so to enter the giveaway for the Two Sheeps 2023 calendar and the Amplifiber Aria, oh, you guys. To enter our 2-year anniversary giveaway right here, I want you to go ahead and go down in comments, and there's going to be a keyword. The keyword is going to be December. So I told you what my favorite part of December is. Just tell me and make sure you put the word December in it. That's why I'm going to filter out, because if you want to leave a comment, but you don't want to subscribe or you don't want to enter the giveaway, you can just leave a comment. But if you want to leave a comment to get into the giveaway, go ahead and put your favorite part of December. So make sure you put my favorite part of December is, and then go ahead and tell me what your favorite thing about December is. It could be anything. It could be holiday stuff, non-holiday stuff, different holiday stuff. There's many holidays in December. The weather, nothing. You couldn't hate December. But what's your favorite part of December is what you're going to put. And just make sure the word December, I say that like 10 times. I want everybody to make sure they put the word December because I'm going to filter that in. And you have until, let's give it 2 weeks. So I'm going to put the date here of when I need you to submit by. So it should line up with my next podcast. Either way, I'll still say the name on the podcast. And I'm going to go ahead and put the date right here once again. And I'm going to put it down in show notes as well. This is when you have to have submitted for the giveaway. So I'm going to go. We actually have to take my son back to school like right now. So sad after Thanksgiving furlough, but he's back in like 3 weeks. So that's what's keeping us going. Is that you're coming back in 3 weeks. We'll see you. And he might even be back for a weekend in between there. Who knows? But I'm going to go ahead and record a podcast tomorrow. So look for that in the next day or two from when this posts. Hopefully the next day. It's my goal, but don't hold me to it. You know, I'm terrible at that. But that's my goal because I want to get it out before the 1st, which is Thursday. So you guys can see the Advent prep. So wish me luck. All right. Until next time. Bye.